Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into one of the biggest questions of all time. What is the fundamental nature of reality? Is it all an intricate design from a cosmic mind, or is it something else entirely? Something more like a profound, limitless emptiness?
So, what's it all about? Where does everything come from? We're going to explore two monumental, and I mean monumental, answers to that question today, from completely different worlds of thought. On one side, we have a universe born from pure reason, and on the other, a reality that's defined by what isn't there.
All right, let's kick things off with our first perspective. We're heading back to the 11th century to meet a Persian philosopher named Nasser Khosrow. For him, the universe wasn't some random accident. Nope. He saw a cosmos that was perfectly ordered, totally logical, and all flowing from one single perfect source.
You see, for Khosrow, the universe didn't start with a big bang. It started with a perfect thought. And we're not talking about just any old idea. This was the first, most perfect creation from God, and it literally contained the potential for everything that would ever exist.
He had a name for this, the universal intellect, or Al-Akhwan. Just think about that. It's like a single, brilliant, self-aware intelligence, kind of like a cosmic mind that holds the perfect blueprint for all of existence, both spiritual and physical. It's flawless, it's complete, and it's the starting point for everything else. So how does this all happen? Well, it's a super logical, top-down process. It's like a waterfall of creation. First, you have the creator, God. Then, boom, the universal intellect is created. The intellect's whole job is to know, so what does it do? It thinks about itself. And from that one single act of self-contemplation, everything else just flows out from it.
And here's where it gets really cool. This intellect is totally self-sufficient. Khosrow argues that it doesn't need to, look out at the world it created to understand it. And why would it? The blueprint is already perfect inside itself. I love this analogy. It's like a master writer who knows their story by heart. They don't need to read their own writing to know what's in it. The knowledge is just there. It's built in.
Okay, get ready for a hard pivot. We're about to do a complete 180. Let's leave that universe of perfect reasonfulness behind and step into a world that's, well, defined by profound emptiness.
Because what if the ultimate answer isn't a thing at all? See, the Buddhist path doesn't start by trying to figure out a perfect source. It starts with a very real, very human problem, suffering. The whole investigation into what's real is actually a practical search to figure out why we suffer and how to stop. And this leads to one of the most mind-bending quotes in all of philosophy. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. This one line from the Heart Sutra just completely flips our normal way of seeing things on its head. It's saying that all the solid stuff we see around us, the form, is actually inseparable from emptiness. They're not opposites, they're two sides of the very same coin. This whole idea is called shunyata, or emptiness. And it's super important to get this right. Emptiness doesn't mean nothing exists. It means nothing exists by itself. Everything is connected. Think about it. A chair is only a chair because of the wood, and the person who built it, and the tree the wood came from. You see? If you take away all those other things, the chair, as an independent thing, just vanishes. And this idea is captured so perfectly in the Diamond Sutra. It says that everything we experience is like dreams, illusions, bubbles, shadows. It's not saying it isn't real, but that it's temporary, it's fleeting. Our reality is as fragile and short-lived as a bubble. It's not the solid, permanent world we think it is. This even applies to us, to our sense of I. The concept is called anatta, or no self. The idea is that there's no permanent, unchanging you at the center of it all. What we call I is just a temporary collection of constantly changing parts, our body, our feelings, our thoughts. There's no little person inside our heads pulling the levers. There's just the process happening.
Okay, so let's take a breath and put these two massive ideas side by side. On one hand, you've got a universe that starts from a place of perfect fullness. On the other, a reality that's all about interconnection and, well, emptiness.
And this is where the differences really pop. For Nasser Khosrow, ultimate reality is that perfect single intellect. For the Buddha, it's a dynamic, interconnected emptiness. But here's the biggest clash, the role of the mind. For Khosrow, your rational mind is the solution. It's the key to understanding truth. But for the Buddha, the mind is the problem. It's what creates all the illusions in the first place. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Drop a comment below.
I'd love to hear what you think. Your support really means a lot and helps me keep creating content for you all. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
All right, and what's so wild about all this is that these aren't just some ancient, far-off debates. These ideas echo through Western philosophy, too. These are just fundamental human questions that people have been wrestling with everywhere for thousands of years.
Take Nasser Khosrow's universal intellect. That idea of a perfect, non-physical blueprint for everything. It sounds a whole lot like Plato's world of forms, doesn't it? For Plato, the world we see is just a messy copy, a shadow of a perfect, eternal realm of ideas. Both of them are pointing to this higher, ordered reality that gives our world its meaning.
And on the flip side, what about the Buddha's idea of no self? Well, fast forward a couple thousand years, and you get the Scottish philosopher David Hume, and guess what? He basically comes to the same conclusion. Hume said that when he tried to look inside his own mind for a self, he couldn't find one. All he found was a jumble, a bundle, of different perceptions, one after the other.
So here we are. We've basically climbed two completely different mountains of thought. One took us straight up, using pure reason, towards this single peak of a cosmic mind. The other, well, it kind of had us take the mountain apart piece by piece to show us that it's the empty space that holds it all together.
We're left with two incredible, profound paths. One says, use your reason, sharpen your mind, figure out the cosmic order and find your place in it. The other path says, forget all that. See through the tricks your mind is playing on you. That's the only way to be truly free.
And that leaves the big question for you to think about. Is reality a perfect equation just waiting for us to solve it? Or is it more like a dream that we need to wake up from? Which of these paths feels closer to the truth for you? It's a deep one to ponder.